Welcome to Rooftop View Society. I'm Dr. Elizabeth Chelly and I'm going to address a common question people ask themselves. What is my life purpose? Such a common question we ask ourselves at some stage, isn't it? Especially when we've gone through a career trajectory of some sort and lived out several years of our adult life. Have you noticed that we often equate this question, what's the purpose of my life, with a job or a career path? We consider it in terms of some business or mode of work that we're meant to be doing. We've been trained and programmed to think that what our purpose is supposed to answer the question, what work do I do? What if I said that was just asking the wrong question? That we've got it wrong, subconsciously and sometimes quite consciously. Why do we equate this question of the purpose of our life with a job, the business we choose to do, or a career path? Firstly, given our job or work path is what we tend to allocate the majority of our time to next to sleeping, it's little wonder we relate it to our purpose in life. And of course, because of that Western world logistic of working and exchanging money for goods and services, it is important that we ultimately choose some sort of job, business, or work path that is congruent to our purpose. But that particular job choice isn't the purpose of our life. So what is? Before I get to that, have you noticed how work-life balance had become an issue and a big topic of discussion many years ago? It still is in different ways, especially getting some of our time back and minimizing how much energy we expend in our day-to-day these days. Remember burnout, exhaustion, adrenal exhaustion, compassion fatigue? You may even have experienced them recently, especially because of the COVID-19 global pandemic we've been through and kind of still going through, and the strains and uncertainties that it's brought us all. All of these health issues around burnout essentially are underpinned by the same misapplication of a principle, the principle of reciprocity, the principle of give and take, of fair exchange, and how we've actually used that principle against ourselves more and more over the decades. Over giving that leaves you depleted. You do more giving, not enough taking. Or perhaps you're taking so much to replenish mostly that you forget that giving from your inspired self is actually also a way to keep you replenished. But wait, if we're trying to find our satisfaction, get out of a rut and feel fulfilled with what we're doing, and like we're on purpose, why would we get burnt out doing something like that? So we may have been asking the right question of what's my purpose, but when we ask it, our mind goes somewhere that leads us up a garden path. And this is what I want to reframe for you today. It leads us up the garden path of strain, distress, and burnout. So how does your mind consider this question differently? Work-life balance gives us the clue, the life side of that work-life equation, if I can call it that. Consider how much more is there to your life excluding work. What else does it include? Do you not consider applying your purpose to those areas too? Or are they just areas that you do as part of life because they're closer to home? We subconsciously take on the mentality that I don't need to consider how I do them as much. You just do them as well yourself. That's it. You don't have to plan for that. Why not plan for that? Why not consider your purpose, how you apply yourself to those life areas across the spectrum? They are, after all, places where you apply your energy, your thoughts, your emotions, time management, and resources in multiple ways. When you ask yourself, what's my purpose in life? Let your mind ponder it this way instead. Let it consider how you do life, how you see life, how you interact with life and its parts. In recognizing that your life purpose covers the full gamut of your life, not just your job or career path, your purpose reveals more of itself, ultimately about your inherent self-expression. That is your divine purpose in life. The more areas of your life that you apply your inherent self-expression onto, the more you'll find and live your purpose in life. So what is this inherent self-expression? It's how you're built as a soul, having a human experience. It's your energetic blueprint, your soul level blueprint. Your soul is pure energy, but it has to filter down through your thoughts, emotions, and actions, given we're incarnated as humans. It ultimately becomes embodied and physicalized in choices you make and actions you take. That's how we get into 3D mode. Allow yourself to consider how you apply your inherent divine self-expression in the many and varied areas of your life, in your interests, through your hobbies, in how you interact with family, friends, and colleagues. They're all important clues as to what your purpose is and therefore how you apply yourself. You'll start to see patterns that are inherent to who you are. You'll start to see what truly inspires you from a deep place in your gut and what doesn't inspire you and actually demotivates you. These are more clues to your inherent divine self-expression of who you are at your core level, your true self. Your purpose is ultimately about expressing your soul level gifts, your distinct leadership strengths, born of your soul level blueprint. Like a skyscraper is first built in the blueprint by the architect before any engineering or building happens on the ground, your purpose is the blueprint of your soul gifts. How you're inherently designed to do life in certain ways and why you love to do them in those ways. Choosing a job, a business to work in, or a career path from that standpoint then becomes a piece of cake after you discover more consciously who you are at soul level. You can get started in uncovering your true potential at soul level with the complimentary worksheet from rooftopviewsociety.com. As my previous videos discussed, developing your detached observer as it's useful for our Western society opens up your mind to allow your matured intellect to remember your soul level expression far more easily. You can dig in even further and get those specific answers of what your inherent soul level expression is from your Principal Soul session. We can ensure you find out exactly and specifically through your energy centers, your soul group, and your soul specialization, what and how you best apply your purpose in all areas of your life, not just work. You can't help but live in full expression when you know who you are at soul level and you have a very clear compass and GPS to apply yourself with in all areas of your life. Your true north becomes unmistakable and you no longer waste time or your energy to the point of risking burnout, adrenal exhaustion, or compassion fatigue. If you'd like to find out more about the details of having your Principal Soul session, let's have a complimentary phone chat to see how it best serves you. Thank you so much for watching today. Enjoy discovering your purpose for your life and sharing with us all your distinct and inherent soul level gifts. Enjoy.